Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on the markets. Currently 4:24 p.m. September 28, 2020, Monday, final Monday of September. Got off to an interesting start on the markets. We saw a big gap up. Kind of stayed where we are right now on the prices. The SPY kind of just gradually stayed at the same level. It did create several setups throughout the day. Not the SPY, but the markets. I caught a couple, missed a lot, and my up and down finishing okay kind of day finished. I will take it. I'll take it. I had a couple of trades this morning. Sat in my hands most of the day. Did some other stuff just to avoid some stupid trades potentially in the middle, especially around lunchtime. But I did catch a couple. We'll get into it. You can see the Dow was up 410, NASDAQ 203. And the SPX was 53. So big talk on Tesla and the EV plays and the SPAC plays and all these battery plays. So the markets are watching that. This PLL is insane. I don't even have information on it because you can see, look at this chart. So it was been halted, I believe, since September 17th. And it opened at like 37 and it closed at 37, but shot up to that level. I missed the trade through 39 here. I was at lunch and look at that thing. It went up huge. I probably would have traded it with 100 shares if I had to guess, because the spreads on this thing were like $1 to $1.50 at some points. So if you're wrong, you have to get out. You have 100 shares, you're down $100. You know what I mean? So you do the math on that. You can see the spread's kind of closing up here, which is pretty good considering it's after hours right now. But it fell off. Just the charting was bad for TradeStation. I don't know what was happening. I don't know if they had the data feed till later on. You can see I have no volume here. But that was a big mover today. I think a lot of people were trading this and they either made some money or got burned on it. That's just the way it is in trading, right? I started my day with a quick Tesla trade. I'm not going to go over that because it didn't really work out too well. I made a few bucks. But the trade I took early was this FMCI. I've traded this in the past. I actually failed on it, I think, a couple times. Around 10:45. So I was looking through the break here of the 25.50 level, I believe it was, wasn't it? No, 26 level. And I got through the 26 level on this candle here and take a nice run up. Took some shares off, and I actually went pretty decent with that one. I went with 400 shares. It's pretty spready, and I got the move in my favor right away and just was kind of peeling out as we were climbing. I was peeling at 26.25. I think my best sell was 26.30. But it did get up to 26.60, 26.70. So I missed some of definitely the bigger gains on this move. But it wasn't one in play. Another one that came to me was U. Actually, I do work with U. U is Unity software, which does app development software. And that's when I do my apps, I create it with Unity. Anyway, they went public, when was it? September 18th. And they're all-time highs. And then they kind of made this move through 98, touched 99, I believe, right here, 99.12. And I took a break at the 99 level here. I was holding on a decent chunk to get through 100 because I thought if it got through 100, which it touched right here, that it would continue and like below through 100 and go to like 101 or even 102. And unfortunately, it fell down, so I had to sell at a lower price. But I got a nice chunk out of that. And I really found Graph. Graph has done well for me. I have past videos on Graph. Now it's at 24.90, 25. It's unfortunate because I took the break of the 24 level here on this candle. It went 24.07 and peeled back down all the way to 23.50, 23.40. I got out before that, but that kind of took away a chunk of my shares or my profits from the morning. So that was my next trade, and it was just frustrating to see that because eventually it did go through the 24 and I took it. I only got a partial fill, but now it's at 25. It's literally at 25. 24.90 was the last print, but it hit 25 right here, 25.10 even. So it's a point move, and it's unfortunate because that really put me back down. Biggest trade I missed, but I wouldn't say I missed it. But because I came off this trade, I came off this loss, and immediately it came to my attention about PEC, and PEC was in play last week. You can see here with these candles, this crazy move up, was the break of the 750 level here. I know it's not a lot, but I was in for 300 shares only. I was going to go bigger, but I decided, okay, it's this type of thing where I can't do this, but I'm kind of glad I did this, is the break of the 750. It did go to 750, but the low of this moved up wasn't just 750 all the way up to 9 whatever. It went to 755, turned around, went down to 730. So it was 20 cents against me. And coming off that last trade, I shouldn't have thought about that, but I did. And what happened was I bailed. I bailed at 731 or 734 was my fill. And right then, it just goes boom. It just takes off, and it actually gets halted. It got halted at 860, and that's what this kind of choppy candle here has made new highs there around 948, and then after hours just come back down, but it even made higher highs in the after hours before falling. That just tells you that just because you have a losing trade doesn't mean you should trade differently on the next one. The word is on this trade, I had to give it some room. I had to let it work a little bit, because you can see in my lines here, I didn't give it any spacing. Once it went down to the line, I bailed. I needed to give it a little bit more spacing on that trade. And it did come down. It came down pretty quick. So I thought it was going to be just like the last one, which I had to buy, stop, run pretty much. And unfortunately, people made a lot of money on this trade, and I did not. And that's what happens. Sometimes you make the money, and sometimes other people don't, even if you're in the same trade, looking at the same thing. But I'm not going to worry about that. Monday was pretty good. It was 108. My high was, let's go check that out. Okay, I brought the analysis up for the day. My high was 172, or actually, I think it was a 173 I was posting, but 172.76 we'll call it. And here's that stupid graph trade, and then here's that PEC trade, and then I took another graph trade and made some money back on that, but I ended up at 108. It's unfortunate. This was my Tesla trade here, and this was like another mini trade I lost on, and then this is that. What was that? Oh, FMCI, right? FMCI. Excuse me. And then this was that U trade. So the U trade was really nice too. Between these two, pretty solid. But you saw the one miss. That PEC one was a big miss, and that's going to happen. So I'm happy with the day. It's a Monday. Hopefully we have a good week. I actually did not have any time to look at E-Trade. It was such a busy weekend. It's going to be pretty busy today and tomorrow. So I'm hoping on Wednesday I can start looking at it a little bit further, get that set up and do some comparison trading. Well, not really comparison trading, but compare some charts and some level 2 and some time and sales. So you guys have a good one. Make sure you guys comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.